Thanks very much. Hi guys, welcome back to Kit Car Director and MK Sportscars. We're going to zoom through the workshop today actually. Just a couple of little tasters of what's been going on. Not everything, but a couple of little tasters as always. We've got the MK Classic R1 here car, pretty much getting buttoned up now. A couple of little bits to do in here, but it's had bits of change. New bulkhead panel's gone in here, tidy up. It's an aluminium one with a battery cradle, new battery, new header tank. All of that's fitted in quite nicely. It's got the nice indicators, built-in halo headlights, all fitted, final job. We modified the wing stage, you won't notice that, but they line up with the wheels now slightly. Little things, subtle changes that needed doing. Dashboard's all done. I think we showed you that last week with the USB and everything else in here. It's got a little USB port here for charging your phone. And you know what it's like these days, guys. You always have your phone. It's a nice little charger, or if you're running your sat nav with a DD2 dash. We've got boot cover because we've had the roll cage fitted, final fit and powder coat done on that. And then this boot cover has been custom made to cover this all up as well. We just got to put the poppers on as a final job because it's a bit different. This one, the way the tub fits and the way it was done, the bodywork, slightly different to just getting one off the shelf. So a bit of a tweak, nothing major though. So lots of little jobs as well done over the car, wiring, it's finished off all under here. That's all been nice and tidied and buttoned up. So yeah, looking really smart. And I do like the roll cages when they go on, and they look really smart, the cars do. Changes the total look and appearance of the car. So tick the box on that one. Right guys, it's MNR time. MNR. Right, let's crack into it. What's been going on? Wing stays have been fitted. We showed you last week. Wings have been now fitted in on. Just got to do the final bond on these. Little indicators in here, guys, for your IVA touch, for your 5-degree rear visibility test. We put them in this little corner. They work spot on, little LED jobbies. But the main thing is we had Motorsport Electronics, Edwin, and down here in the week, tweaking it up because we wanted to do the first start. So cut away from me to first start, Lewis.
Go on, give it.
Right, so that's good news. The car is started and running. Yeah, there's some tweaking to do as you always do with these things, but she's all running. Engine sounds strong and good. That's good. So next job was side impact bars. We've been fitting those. Well, one side's on this side. This side has been fitted. We've cut the holes ready for it. We got that job done here. That's all fitted, just got to be bolted up the last time. And you're wondering why this all tipped upside down. Well, we're just fitting the last job, which is the immobiliser, which is here. Little immobiliser, which for IVA, if you need two forms of immobilisation on a car, basically, if you've got a steering lock and a key, that works because you've got a steering lock and a key. There's two forms. If not, you ain't got a steering lock, then you need to put an immobiliser on. So this is get bolted in, going into, and we'll make sure that isolates fuel pump, spark, etc. So we normally do 2 or 3 components, so you can't start the vehicle without the fob. So that will then go back on. Interior sections fitted in for the last time. That's done as well. Really, it's going to get its boots on pretty shortly, and it'll be on the ground. But we took all these bits off just to check for leaks when we started it up and ran it up and everything else. Bonnet catches were done last week. I don't know if we showed you that. Bonnet catches are done, the nice one, and brakes have been bled up as well. So these are all done. There Willwood kit on it that's on there, etc. as well. So lots of little jobs now that are really on the final stretch and hurdle on this, and again it transforms. These kind of side impact bars give it a real different look to the car, which is, yeah, very different. We'll have to get some covers for these because of IVA, guys. You can't have this. Probably think it's stupid, but yeah, that has to have a cover to have a 2.5mm radius, otherwise that will fail. But we'll get some covers made or sort them out in some kind of plastic cap as well. So yeah, fingers crossed now. Get this done and get it then to IVA. Not long away now. Right, when I spoke about Motorsport Electronics, they were here. Well, they were helping with this one because the new looms that we're doing with it all in the ECU and just getting everything sort of dialed in, because both of these were turbo cars. We had this Westfield, they were Edwin and the guys couple of little parameter changes, etc. And this one then got started, but the old fuel pump that's in here, because it's quite old, the fuel pump, did decide to give up the ghost. So we put a Power Pro to it and it's definitely gone. So we've got a new Bosch one to go back in now, etc. I think it's used to run a little Z-Tech, so probably needed the upgrade anyway. So this one's also now, it will run and then we can run it up to temperatures, then it'll go for final mapping. This is already road registered. It was a Z-Tech conversion to a Mazda Turbo. Probably one right, only had an 1800 Z-Tech, and this will weigh way more power, at least 240, 250 horse with this setup in here with a Westfield Turbo. They're tight on here, as all of them are. They're a little bit tight in these manifold areas. They fit in quite nicely. We had to make this sort of custom link pipe at the time. It's going back quite a while now, but this custom link pipe to get it to clear, and because he wanted these flared side bits on it and everything else. But yeah, she's looking trickety trick, and this then hopefully can go back to the owner and, well, bit of winter polish, tuck it up, ready for spring next year. Right, next up, the little demo car we're building, which we're adding some features to, as you know, and developing some other little products, which was the wheelwood rear brake conversion. Now, we had some custom made, so what we've got here is the standard Mazda cable that you have to modify to chop down and fit, and we've had these little couplings made here that fit into the caliper, and then this little window, which we use on another one, is fitted, and it mounts around now to the Mazda hammering, so we do the operation. There we go. You can see it in operation, and that works. It's pretty efficient actually, with you're not turning that in a hurry, and you can adjust it on, thankfully if you're using a Mazda, there's an adjuster here, so you can wind the cable in and do the adjustment, or you can wind it at the caliper side. On that one we can put spacers in here to shim it out as well. So we've got two places, but the main one is, once the cable's here, is this one here. You can tighten it up and adjust that handbrake cable for tautness in there to make sure you've got sort of 5, 6, 7 clicks in that for sort of MOT, IVA compliance, etc. as well. So yeah, we're going to, now we've put this in here, we're going to get these little kits together, and they will definitely get advertised out there on the website, because now you've got a 4-pot rear caliper on a Mazda using the Mazda standard discs as well. So it come with a bracketry and everything else that fits it. So Brady lines that have to be changed and things like that, but nothing really major. And if you're looking for that little bit of, oh, it looks rather nice under the old wheel there, doesn't it, the caliper? So that's a pucker little job. We're super happy with that. Right guys, in light of our little video this week we threw out, people asking lots of questions on Instagram seems to be a common theme. So we'd like to do questions with Sean each week. Fire them over to me. We've actually got a couple already come in since we've done our video, well, last Wednesday or whatever. So what were they there? Lewis is giving me his phone. Is it possible to get one of your cars left-hand drive? Well, the simple answer is yes. We've got one here, it's in the crate. This is a left-hand drive car. You can tell where the box is, down in position, down there, on the left. So yes, we can do that. We can do Booster cars, we can do Mazda cars, we can do other cars, depending on what you're looking at. K20s, all of those particular engine choices can be done in left-hand drive. Question 1. Then we've got another question. We've got 2 more to do for you guys. Average build time for a kit for someone with an average or mechanical background. Well, realistically, depending on how much time you've got, I mean, you can do it in hours or weeks or months or etc. But if you're going to allow 250 hours sort of build time, and it does depend on whether it's a Mazda car or whether it's a brand new component car. Brand new component cars go through a lot quicker because you haven't to refurbish and do all of those components. So if you go Mazda, obviously you've got to strip the donor, and you've got to refurbish the parts. So that's a bit of a longer process. But other than that, that's it. It's bolt together. It's a mechanical set, really. That leads me on to the final question, which is how much fabrication is required to build a car? Well, the simple answer is very, very minimal, as in none. There's no welding, no fabrication. Yes, there's cutting of fiberglass and some holes and bits and bobs, etc. But everything else on these chassis, which you can see here, guys, all the hard work's been taken out for you. So all the fixing points for the brake tees, all the suspension pickup points, or even this on the Cup car, with all the mounting brackets for the header tanks and oil catch tanks, that's all done. The dashboard mounting points, the seatbelt harness points, everything else, the fuel tank mounting points, has all been done. So it's very, very simple tools to put these cars together, really. It's a basic tool set. You know, a few bits of specialist tools like a rivet gun and things like that. That's a specialist tool you may not have in the garage maybe, but other than that, no, hardly anything. We can crack them out in one night, and we have done. 6 of us or 7 of us, built a car in less than 9 hours. So when I say fabrication, there is nothing to do, guys. Right, and leading on from that, guys, talking about cars that have been built, here is one that was amateur built and passed IVA. We submitted it for them, passed IVA the other week, first time passed. To go to show you pass them first time if you build it with a manual, and a little bit of, again, no fabrication really involved. On this particular one, depending which ones, the wing stays is the only bit that you have to bend the top of the wing stay there, but other than that, it's kind of bolt-on process really. The roll bars, everything else is nuts and bolts to put them together. So this was the first time pass, and we had 2 in one day actually. If you jumped onto Instagram, you probably would have seen this particular one in the Porsche GT4 blue, which is a rather nice looking colour, I must admit, a firm favourite of mine, definitely. That's it. But so if you've got questions next week, questions for Sean, then fire them in on Instagram, Facebook, Messenger, emails, etc., and I'll take a look at them and see if we can answer them. That's it for this week, guys. Remember to like, share, subscribe, that thumbs up button down there. We do enjoy that, and we will catch you next week.